I'm Macy Egland. The man convicted of killing an NYPD detective from Massapequa Park is expected to learn his fate today. Guy Rivera is scheduled to be sentenced in Queens this morning. Earlier this month, the jury found him guilty of aggravated manslaughter in the shooting death of Detective Jonathan Diller during a traffic stop 2 years ago. Rivera faces the possibility of life in prison. This Levittown man is expected in court today, accused of forcibly touching a woman during a massage. Police say Lee Young-hee touched the woman while she was on a massage table at the W Foot Relaxing Spa in Selden yesterday. They're asking anyone who believes they may also be a victim to call police. New details this morning about the man accused of opening fire at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Law enforcement officials described finding numerous anti-Trump posts linked to suspect Cole Thomas Allen. This photo of him was shared on the president's Truth Social account. According to a message reviewed by the Associated Press, the California tutor and computer engineer referred to himself as a friendly federal assassin.
My impression is he was a lone wolf, whack job. These are crazy people. These are crazy people.
Cole allegedly tried to breach a security checkpoint at Saturday's dinner while armed with multiple guns and knives. He's due in court today. Former Long Island Congressman Lee Zeldin was among the president's cabinet members safely evacuated. We're told Zeldin, who now heads the EPA, was quickly escorted after shots rang out. None of Long Island's congressional delegation were at the event. Only in Newsday, today's the day public schools across the island have to file their budgets. But right now, school leaders can only estimate how much state funding they'll receive. That's because of ongoing budget negotiations in Albany. The state budget is more than 3 weeks overdue. More options to get to Montauk this summer by train. Starting next month, the LIRR is offering more weekday trains. Additional summer trains to Montauk were first rolled out last year, including the Cannonball, which offers express service to and from the South Fork on summer weekends. All right, let's talk about your Monday weather now. Chilly this morning, but it warms up later this afternoon. Right now, already getting sunny and bright out there at Rogers Beach in West Hampton. For your Monday, some sun, yes, bit of a breeze. Highs in the upper 50s to low 60s across the island. Tomorrow, temps stay about the same, but it's a little bit more cloudy. Wednesday, we're dry during the day, but we've got some rain moving in at night and sticking around through Thursday. You see that on your 7-day forecast. Right now, Friday's looking pretty good in the upper 50s. Saturday, we could see some rain to start your weekend. Sunday right now is looking pretty good, upper 50s and clear.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
We're watching some major mall makeovers here on Long Island. Outdoor shopping centers are leading to a retail resurgence. Andrew Enger takes a look.
Dating back to the 1950s, Long Islanders have had a love affair with shopping malls, a haven of convenience, and later some might say, culture and fashion. When the first big malls on the island were built, they were outdoor walkable shopping centers that were later transformed into indoor climate control mazes. But with the 21st century, the retail industry changed. E-commerce took hold, reducing foot traffic and needed profits in many malls.
This is sad to see for a mall like this.
This is indicative of you lose your big box, which is the draw. The stores can't survive.
Retail real estate expert David Panetta from Cushman Wakefield recently walked with Newsday through the Broadway Commons. The Hicksville Mall, built in 1956, has seen better days, and its new owners are now planning a $175 million rebirth. If given local government approval, it will transform back to its open-air shopping roots with a new mix of unique stores, restaurants, and activity experience-based tenants called The Shops on Broadway.
There's a reset, and they're looking at what they can do to make malls more successful. What they're doing here is going to be a success.
The malls are going for what they're calling more of an upscale mix.
Newsday business reporter Tori Parrish says some indoor malls still have their place. In fact, Roosevelt Field, she says, is classified as the highest tier of malls by an industry group. Though some other indoor malls on the island are still trying to define themselves, the transformation into experience-based retail stores that can't be replicated online or outdoor shopping centers is a growing trend.
The thought is that you can get into where you need to go quickly. If I only want to go into Sephora, I can park right in front of Sephora, go in Sephora, and come right out.
This particular location really sat fallow for about 20 years where no improvements were made.
The indoor Sunvet Mall in Holbrook, which closed several years ago, has recently emerged from a $93 million full renovation into a completely different shopping experience.
What would you call this kind of mall?
An open-air, supermarket-anchored shopping center.
John Cohen from Blumenfeld Development Group says the outdoor transformation into the Shops at Sunvet has been a success. Stores like Whole Foods, Nordstrom Rack, and Shake Shack, he says, help complement each other and keep shoppers coming back.
It's much improved. It's a great shopping experience for the local residents.
And though there are some who reminisce about the old-style interior mall that was here, there are lots of folks we've spoken to who say what's here now is a major improvement.
It's very modern. It's outside. Every shop is an exterior entrance.
I think the layout is fine. I think it's this store will definitely bring more people to shop in this shopping center, I do believe.
Time and register receipts will tell if Long Island mall owners bet right. In Holbrook, Andrew Enger, Newsday TV.
Read more about the mall makeovers and how your shopping experience may change on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Out East with Doug Geed is brought to you by Connect One Bank, a better place to be.
Aside from the beautiful scenery, a few more things might catch your eye on a drive to the East End. Let's head out east with Doug Geed to visit some interesting roadside attractions.
Pay a visit to the beautiful village of West Hampton Beach. This is the windmill that will greet you as you head downtown. You know, there are quite a few roadside attractions on the East End that maybe you've driven by for years. We're going to tell you the story behind a couple of them right now. I'm Doug Geed, out east on Newsday TV.
I just got a rush, just driving by.
That same feeling has been shared by many people who have driven by this 50-foot-tall sculpture in Manorville. But for David Morris, there's another thought that goes through his mind.
How did they rebuild it?
Back in 1991, Morris built the Stargazer, a sculpture of a deer looking upwards. It was designed by artist Linda Scott, who passed away in 2015. Since then, Morris has been the caretaker of the sculpture, and 3 years ago, he spearheaded a massive renovation project because of badly needed repairs.
I totally took it apart all the way down to the scale and rebuilt it from scratch again.
The project cost $200,000, much of it from donations from people who felt a connection with the Stargazer.
It belongs to everyone, the whole public, If you enjoy it, great. That's what it's about.
A much smaller but equally intriguing structure sits on the side of Route 25 in Aquabog, just east of Riverhead.
The Witch's Hat was really built as a roadside attraction.
It was believed to have been built in 1927 by a Brooklyn couple whose retirement project was opening a tiny roadside stand.
They used this place to sell cigarettes, ice cream, and there was a gas pump next door. So its sole purpose was to attract people driving out to the East End, the beautiful East End of Long Island.
We love this building so much.
Shamoon Nassim owns the Aquabog Veterinary Hospital. He says one of the reasons he chose this site for his practice is because the Witch's Hat is on the property. Nassim decorates it for Christmas and, of course, Halloween.
Many times during summer, especially during the season of apple picking, people come here, go around, take their pictures inside, outside.
It may not be that tall, but for many locals and tourists, the witch's hat still towers over everything else. In Aquabog for Newsday TV, I'm Doug Geed.
You can see more Out East with Doug Geed segments on our website, Newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy, helping Long Island homes and businesses save with solar for over 20 years.
Well, the crowd at Yankee Stadium went bananas over the weekend to see a team taking the sport by storm. And as Matt Lindsay tells us, one Long Islander was on the field with them.
Greatest show in sports.
People are going bananas here outside Yankee Stadium. The Savannah Bananas are bringing their unique style of baseball, banana ball, to the Bronx. Long Island's own Frankie Moscatello of Rocky Point is on the team.
I've been looking forward to this since I was a little kid, and then once I joined the Bananas, you know, this was one of the very special stadiums that I was looking forward to visiting.
We brought some of the kids from the baseball team. I'm a Little League coach, so we brought some of the kids from the team. We came down for the vibe. As you can see, it's lit over here. New York, you guys do it right over here.
It is time to meet tonight's Banana Baby!
People could say traditional baseball is boring, not me, but everybody's having a great time around here, as you can see, and it brings a new life to the game of baseball, and it's a lot of fun.
Everyone coming together, everyone just having a great time.
So I think banana ball has really brought funness to the game. They keep a certain amount of time for every game, every inning, and they've really made it fun for the fans. Their motto is fans first, which means they're out here right now doing all the fun activities before the actual game takes place. So I think it's a new lease on the game of baseball and really reinvigorated the whole game.
Just because the game is over doesn't mean the party is over. Fans are lined up behind us just to get pictures and more autographs. If they didn't have a blast, I know I for sure did. In Banana Land, I'm Matt Lindsay for Newsday TV.
And you can read more about Long Island's Frankie Moscatello and the Bananas on Newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. See more on these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see there. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news coming up.
Join Newsday's ultimate travel insider, Carissa Kelman, for a visit to Northport. For a look at artisanal shops, fine dining, and more. Let's go with Carissa Kelman. Check it out at Newsday.com/Northport.